Hey, babe. It's Jamie. That's me here. What's going on, everybody? I'm about to go ahead and hop into this review for Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. So let's go ahead and get to talking about it, honey. Let's talk about it. Give me 1 second, y'all, as I check some things over here. All right, y'all. Okay, perfect. Let me make sure my thing is off. Okay, what's up, everybody? Let's go ahead and talk about Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Let me find my content over here, girl, as I was not 100% prepared as I expected to be. Okay. What's up, y'all? Who's in the chat? Ain't nobody talking. Ain't nobody saying nothing. Is y'all on y'all lunch break, honey? Is y'all sitting in the office, girl? What is going on? All right, so let's talk about it. So on the last week's episode, we saw where Heather and Whitney pretty much got into it with, what's her name? Miss Mary, because the rumor is out that Mary is a little shady. What's going on, Candiace? What's up, Stephanie? What is up? Because Mary, she a little shady right now. What's going on, Sweet Pea 724? What is up? Yeah, so Heather over there talking to her daughter now. She's giving her the update about everything that took place when they was over there at their house, talking to Miss Mary, Mac, and everything about the church and the issues and Cameron and all of this stuff. What's up, Phil? What's up, Maxwell? What's up, Beta Boo? Okay. What you saying? Literally me on a quick 15 minute. Okay. All right, what's going on? What's up, Skittles? What's up, Danielle? What's up, everybody over here in the chat? All right. What we got? Okay, so Mary, Heather's talking to her daughter about the issues. You have Mary talking to her husband about the issues, and you got Whitney over here talking to her husband regarding the issues surrounding Miss Mary and this church. I'm so ready to move past Mary and this storyline regarding her church. It's just, I said this in last week's review. I'm tired of them talking about church and stuff. That's just, I mean, you know, I guess I got to talk about the spiritual abuse and Mary feeling like she's God and stuff. But I guess. So Heather and Lisa, they both got a text message from Jen Shah. Y'all know Jen Shah ended up getting arrested. She wasn't able to go on the trip. So now that she's out of jail, she want to connect with her girlfriends, tell them everything that's going on. But it seems like Heather was the only person to answer the call. Okay, and Heather was the only one. Lisa was like, I'm not responding. Her husband was like, are you sure? And she was like, well, I'll talk to her when I'm ready. Right now I'm not ready because I don't think I'm gonna say the right stuff to her right now. But nonetheless, Heather decided to hop up immediately and she gonna go ahead and see Miss Girl. Okay, what's going on, Sam? What's up, honey? What's up, Danielle, Marcia? I hope I said that right. What's going on, everybody? Yes, as you come into the room, please be sure, honey, to hit the like button. Sugar Sean said, I don't watch the white girls. Girl, you got to get into it. If you don't watch Salt Lake City, you got to check out Orange County, because Orange County is really good. These girls hit it right out the gate with giving us energy. But Jen and Heather. So Jen and Heather end up linking up at the harbor, right? And I will say this, I loved Jen's updo. It made her face to be with the updo look much smaller than what it really is, because when she be wearing the when she be over there wearing like all of the like the wigs and stuff like that, like her face looks huge to me. So I love the fact that she had the little bun updo. I said, okay, Miss Jen looks really cute, so I'm gonna give her that. Miss Jen look cute. What else we got? So she was really happy to see Heather, like I said, because of course her other friend did not show up. Her other friend was like, girl, I don't have time, so she didn't show up. She was really hurt by that, and I can't say Jen should not be hurt by that, considering the fact that, you know, Lisa was acting like she was like her friend. You know what I'm saying? Like Lisa was over here trying to help her get her friendships back with the other ladies in the group, so she expected more out of Lisa. So give me 1 second, y'all. So yeah, she was her good girl showed up, Miss Heather, and that was nice of Heather, because I probably wouldn't have showed up for her as either. You know, based off of the history between Heather and Jen, I probably wouldn't have showed up for her. I know Jen is guilty, but I still like her. Yikes. I'd rather watch you talk about him. I appreciate that, Sugar Shan. Thank you. Jen on the phone, all nonchalant. Yikes. Yikes. So what was I saying? So she was really happy to see Heather. She said that Heather was the only one to answer the call, all right, without any questions. And like I said, I can't be mad at Heather for, even though I probably would not have showed up for real, I can't be mad at her for being a friend, because to be honest, that is something that Jen needed in that moment. Like anybody going through something would at least need a friend, or something similar to what Jen got going on. They would need a friend. So Heather was that in that moment. Jen tells her about the incident and says that she got the call from someone about her husband being in the hospital. So this is what made her ended up leaving in the first place. So she hopped in some Uber or some van, and on her way, this is when they ended up getting pulled over by a cop, and the cop said that he was there to arrest her. But it's funny that the blogs was trying to make the story seem as though she was trying to flee the scene. I thought that was interesting. I was like, well, she wasn't trying to flee the scene. It seems like, I don't know who called her. So who did she get in the car with? So hold on, wait, I got questions now. Did you get in the car with an Uber, or did you know who you was getting in the car with, and then you was leaving? Okay, so I'm not adding up for me, but okay, let's keep going, child. I know Heather is mad that Jen said she was the big R, but like low key, aren't all rich white folks, especially in Salt Lake City? Yeah, a lot of them are in Salt Lake City. Now, Jen knows she lying about how she got arrested. That, see, you know, 'cause at first I was like, now why would the blog sit up there and lie? But now as I'm talking about it with y'all, I'm like, yes, I'm not adding up, Jen. In this story, who did you get in the car with? So they just sent the Uber for you to just hop in the car with them to go check on your husband? Something don't sound right. Okay, she got in the car with her aunt. That's what it was. So was the aunt, I guess the aunt was the one that called her and said something about her husband. So was the aunt trying to tip her off? Obviously. Yikes. So that's why the story came out then, if that's true. That's why the story came out about her being on the run. Girl, that's messy. That's messy. Okay. So she says she went into when she got arrested, she ended up going into the break room. And I believe this is when she kind of saw Stu. But before she really saw Stu, she said that she was treated like a criminal, and she was handcuffed to a chair. And Heather was like, that's crazy, because like you didn't even get a chance to ask for an attorney. And Jen said, well, wait, no, I didn't think that I needed an attorney because I don't think that I did anything wrong. I said, Jen, you better be careful, girl. We see you, honey, trying to be careful with that, saying she didn't think she did anything wrong. So Jen goes on to speak on her sons being handcuffed, right? I felt like Jen was really crying because deep down inside, she felt like, dang, my family is going through this all because of me. But of course, she can't really say that out loud, because then it would probably come off as though she's guilty when she's trying to make everybody else believe that she's not guilty. What else she says? Heather definitely felt like the police was overdoing it and everything. She felt like they were targeting the wrong house, the wrong people, the wrong family. So that's how Heather was feeling. She felt like for them to pull a gun out on the child was just like overdoing it. Overall, I do feel like that was a bit much. If you're looking for Jen Shah, like, why you gotta pull guns on the kids and stuff like that? You know, when this little boy probably obviously looked like he was a teenager. Like, and y'all already know what your suspect looks like, so why would you go to the house like that? I mean, maybe that's just their protocol, I'm not sure. But okay, it's funny that Heather said that, because at the same time, Heather also doesn't believe her full story. But Heather's not going to say that, being the fact that she's the only person that's up there really supporting Jen, right? So then Heather asked her if they did Stu's family like that, and then Jen said, girl, I don't know if they did the family like that. I don't know if they did his family like that, or if they just did my family like that. I'm not necessarily sure, because she's saying that she has not talked to Stu, which I can believe that she didn't talk to him, because after they ended up, she got arrested and then was released. I think the story or the request from the judge was for her and Stu to not have any contact anyway, so they can't talk. She did say that she saw Stu in the room, and Stu said sorry, and I'm like, sorry, what is this about? Let's keep going. I'm wondering why he said sorry. Did he say sorry because he folded, or did he say sorry because he tipped off some stuff, or did he say sorry because Stu was the one that possibly was running scams and things under Jen's business, and Jen probably did not know anything about it? So I'm wondering what the sorry was about. Jen says that she and Stu were never business partners, but he was a close assistant of hers. How close was he? How close was he? Because I feel like even if he was your assistant, I feel like Stu knew a lot of her business. I'm talking about a lot of her business. So much so that I think she relied on him a lot, that it was easy for him to come up with some schemes and scams and stuff under her name, possibly. Okay, if they want to use that narrative. Heather says that she believes Jen is trying to distance herself from Stu, and I agree with that 100% when she tried to say, we were never business partners. He was just my assistant. Girl, okay, at the end of the day, I do feel like regardless of what role he played, he was still very close to you, whether he was a business partner or an assistant. So much so that it could look like that you guys went in cahoots because you were so close together to go out here and scam the old folks. So it's still not looking good on Jen's behalf. And it's interesting that she has yet to change her verdict, considering the people that are involved has changed theirs to guilty. But okay. All right, then, dear heart. What else we got? Heather tells her that she goes on to tell her about Lisa, right? Talks to her about Lisa and says that, you know, when all of this went down, we were trying to piece things together, trying to figure out what all happened. She says that Lisa started calling her attorneys, right? And started making things about her and how she was worried, concerned about how it was going to make her look to people. So that's what Lisa was focused on. And I thought it was so funny that Heather used this moment, even though she was already pissed off with Lisa, to make sure that she divided the friendship between Heather and Lisa. Okay. So I was like, girl, you are so messy, but you weren't lying. She wasn't lying though. She wasn't at all. Thank you so much, Vanessa. What's going on? Maxwell, I feel Jen is throwing him under the bus. Yeah, and I'm sure he about throwing her under the bus as well, with the details that he's probably starting to give to the prosecutors or FBI or whoever needs the information. The aunt is always picking her up from sticky situations. That's our permanent getaway driver. Jen knows she asked for an attorney. I believe that. I really hate how the cops went to her house and pointed guns at her. Right. I ain't like that either. Now that I know Whitney be with the schemes too, I look at them all funny. Okay. The friendship was already divided because Lisa wasn't showing up. Okay. They didn't do the Teresa Giudice Real Housewives New Jersey children. He's guilty also. They didn't do that to her kids. Right. Okay. And now that makes me believe they didn't do that to Stu's kids either. And I also feel like with this particular thing, I feel like they could have probably made an announcement and given her time to turn herself in. Right? Probably watching her house at the same time, but give her time to turn herself in. And if she tried to flee or whatever like that, you know, snatch her up. And she's on a reality show. So where is she really going? Right. So I feel like they could have gave her time to like turn herself in instead of like running up in her house or running through all her stuff. Child, I ain't got time. But what else? She also goes on to tell Jen about Meredith and how Meredith is done with her too, based on everything that happened up until this point, because Jen feels like it could solely be about the fact that she got arrested in this case. That's why she feels like Meredith is trying to distance herself from her. Jen thinks that Meredith is using the indictment against her and says she's already apologized. So if I've apologized to you, then we should be all good. She feels like she's using the indictment against her. Jen says that she wants a big sorry from the ladies once she's proven to be innocent. And I'm like, girl, you have yet to get that apology, and I don't think you're going to get that apology. I still feel like she might need to go ahead and change her plea. And then the other thing is just that Meredith don't like you, period. I mean, like, she just don't like you, girl. That's just the end of the story. Like, whether you got indicted or you did not get indicted, she don't like you. It's just simple as that. But the feds don't just come out of nowhere. She knew they were watching her. Girl, they was watching very close because they sure knew where to go find that bus at, honey, when they was about to load up on that bus and she was about to, get to traveling. But was Bravo trying to call Jen a liar by showing their clips of the arrest because we didn't see the red dots on the chest? I don't know. I don't think they were trying to call her a liar. I think that definitely likely happened. I think that happened, even if they didn't show us that. And without the lasers being on their chest, we still saw the guns were drawn. So I don't think they were trying to prove her to be a liar. Salt Lake City ladies are bringing it. That sorry was him telling her he's not taking the fall. Ooh. Now, I didn't think about that one, Mary. I didn't think about that. That sorry was him telling her he's not taking the fall. Yikes. Baby, I ain't think about that one. Heather will do anything to make sure she is in good graces. I can believe that, Phil. I can definitely believe that. They didn't do that to, oh yeah, I already read that one about Teresa Giudice's kids. Yeah, they didn't. I believe they didn't. Jen needs to tell them that she can't talk about this on the show. She should, because I was thinking about how is this going to make her look and how are they going to use this footage against her possibly when she goes to trial, to like kind of use it to speak to her character, right? I think she should kind of like cease some of the conversations, because I feel like her case to me is way more serious than Erica Jane. And Erica Jane wasn't willing to talk about stuff, right? She was very limited and careful with some of the things that she said. So much so that she was giving us stories that we didn't even ask about. So you may want to work on that, Miss Jen, girl. I mean, I don't know. I mean, she secured an attorney, so you would have thought her attorney would have told her to be very careful about, how she does her confessionals and how she's seen on television. The fans called Bravo and the show tipped them off. I can see that because they probably use that as a great opportunity to catch on film. That's possible. Where was the guns when they went to the van for the criminal with a van full of white? Help me. Factual. Didn't even think about that. Where was the guns then? Where were the guns then? But as soon as y'all went to the home and y'all saw somebody answer that door, that's when y'all drew the guns. Girl, that is messy. That is messy. That's terrible. I know they was freaked out. They didn't know what the hell was going on. And I guarantee you, if Jen did know they were on her head top, she didn't share with the family. That sorry was him telling her that he was sorry for involving her. So Candiace thinks it's something different. He was sorry for involving her. Listen, I don't know. Y'all both got some good points, because I think I kind of said something similar to that. Involving her is what I'm thinking when you say involving her, Candiace. I'm thinking about him probably doing some things under her company that she probably was not privy to, or possibly privy to, getting her in on what he had going on too. So yeah, it could be either of those. Oh, okay. I'm ready for it to go to trial because I want to know more details. I mean, it's already out. They've already talked about it. And we got to talk about it on the reunion. Plus, Meredith and Lisa may be involved. Oh, how may Lisa and Meredith be involved? Oh, you mean as far as like tipping off the feds? I feel like Meredith could have. I feel like with her investigator and that investigator doing like research and stuff on Lisa, that investigator could have ended up, calling the feds or saying something or diving, you know what I'm saying? They could have did something, and maybe it was directly but indirectly related with Meredith. Meredith just wanted like a soft research on the girl, whereas the investigator could have took it to the next step, or it could have been Meredith. But I don't know about Lisa and her involvement. I mean, how she was acting is very sketchy. I feel sad because Erica and them was guilty. Well, they will use it against. They did pull footage for Erica. All of the footage that we didn't even get to see, they requested all of that for Erica's trial. So I could see them doing the same for Miss Girl Jen. When she first started Real Housewives of Salt Lake City and said she is the closest thing of being black in Salt Lake City, I was over her. Child, just because your husband black, ma'am? No, ma'am. But everything about your life is giving close to whiteness and you ain't really got no black friends, calm down. And the only black lady on the show you is beefing with, calm down. Yes, he was the one behind it, not Jen. Got you. That's what you're saying, Candiace. Girl, and that's probably why he had to change that plea. Jen Shah is fake with her fake stories, fake tears, and lies. Be careful. Be careful, says Miss Gucci Diva. And ever since then, she been walking around and looking black. Can't and won't do it. Colorism at its finest. I mean, maybe that's why I like the bun on top, because it was definitely giving me black woman. But it did look cute on her. She looked good in comparison to them other styles she was wearing, because it makes her face look so swole. But now that I think about it, maybe she wasn't able to go and get the work done that she typically get done on her face. It's probably why her face looked much smaller, because of the feds and because her money could have been tied up or whatever. She's so shook up and don't want to go nowhere because she's going to have to answer certain questions from the people. So I don't know. Maybe she didn't get that work done because you know she like to routinely go get it done. But I guess Heather would do it for her for free. I don't think Jen could be the mastermind they portrayed her to be. She's no Bernie Madoff, who scammed people for decades. Girl, now I got to go look up Bernie Madoff. Let me write this down because, honey, that sounds like a documentary I would be interested in watching, honey, because I ain't never heard of no Bernie Madoff, honey. I'm going to have to look that up. Sorry for not taking the fall, because Stu took a plea deal and is singing. So that's what you feel the sorry is for. Good point. We shall see. We shall see. Why would Lisa call her? Why would Lisa call her lawyers if she had nothing to do with it? That was extremely sketchy, yo. What's up, Ramel? I mean, I think Jen likes black folks more than Mary does. Ooh, good night. Child. Whew. But she gonna learn her black husband ain't loyal. He will absolutely allow her to go to jail, even though he sat up there and said he here with her. I loved how stern he got with her, and we're gonna talk about that. But I love that the fact that he got stern with her, because girl, stop sitting up here. When Jen cries, y'all, it's hard for me. Like overall, and I said this before, overall in the beginning, I definitely felt bad for Jen because of her family, because of so many people that rely on Jen. However, when she gets to crying, they be fake to me. And I hate to be that person, because I know when black women cry, a lot of people feel like, oh, them tears don't mean nothing. You're supposed to be strong, all this other stuff. But for real, when I see Jen cry, it's like, girl, miss me with it. It just gives me, she really is trying to play the victim, when we've really seen how you've treated these people, and then be trying to be acting like when they bring it to you, it's like, I didn't do that. When did I say that? And it's like, girl, we got it all on footage. What do you mean? So when she cry, I be like, girl, shut up. Shut up, Jen. I'm definitely cool with her going to jail. She gonna learn she gets the same beating. Oh, child. I don't know. We gonna see. Like, are we gonna act like Miss Mary Mack, who bleached her skin, isn't a colorist? We're not gonna act like that. We're not gonna act like that at all. Lisa is so weird. I hope Andy calls her out. I hope so too. Like, just listening to her tagline, like, you don't have to like me, I love myself for the both of us, or something like that. I'm like, girl, that's not even a tagline. Like, what is this? The lies of my Candy voice. He stole billions. Girl, I can't wait to watch it. Bernie was awful. Several documentaries. Thanks, Mary. I'm gonna have to check them out. Heather pissed me off. She needs to wake up and stop drinking the gin Kool-Aid. I don't understand that. And y'all talk about pick-me's. That's Heather. Heather's coming off of as more of a pick-me than Whitney is. Hey, everyone, child, them profiling Jen's sons give her another reason to cry black problems. Truth. And for me, when she was up there crying, y'all, I'm sorry. But when I was looking at Heather's face was coming off as, I don't believe you. It was coming off as, I don't believe the tears that you cry right now. Did y'all notice that? It was really no deep sympathy for Jen coming off of Heather's face. She just was shaking her head, like trying to understand and grasp things, when she knows in her head a lot of this stuff you saying ain't even making sense. Child, him and his son scam people for millions. Did y'all watch the it's a Hulu documentary? I'm on it, Simone. I'm on it. I have to see it. They had a post on Reddit that Coach Shah was living in his own place before they started filming season 1. They are married, but are they together? Wow. Well, there was a complaint last season about him not being available for her. When Jen cried, I am Meredith, disengaging, hilarious. It's hard for people to feel bad when she cries because she cries so much. And everything, anytime somebody comes at her, she's crying. Fake tears, a face full of makeup, and not running at all. Child. Girl. Mary has face acne and scars. She doesn't bleach, just all makeup. I think she bleached. I do, like the discoloration in her face, and it's not hyperpigmentation. Like, girl, something's off. She need a new box of tears from Walmart because we all peep those fake tears, girl. Just fake. Coach probably wishing he should have just got the damn divorce. Bruh, he probably did. He probably was thinking that, for sure. I'm hollering. Whitney and this Wild Rose Beauty. I'm bothered. I'm so bothered by this Wild Rose Beauty. She's rebranding. She's going from Iris and Bow to Wild Rose Beauty. Great concept. I think this is good. It's the amount of money that you spending for me. Okay, to not have turned a single dollar, to be honest. You have not gained a profit, or even, I don't even think she's broken even, to be honest, with all of the money that you spend. And I'm thinking about the girls that start their own like makeup lines and stuff, or like, I'm gonna say skincare, because that's what it really is. A lot of these entrepreneurs that start their own skincare line, child, they be selling stuff and don't even be spending half. Girl, they probably be spending $5,000. Maybe even 1% or less of what Whitney has spun up to date, just to get their stuff off the ground. And you know what they do? They sell it on their Instagram. They promote it on their Facebook, they Twitter, they use all their social media platforms. And shout out to Etsy, because if ain't nobody gonna help you, Etsy gonna help you, girl. Okay, and shout out to TikTok, because TikTok is definitely getting the ladies' products sold. So I just don't understand what Whitney's direction was and is for Wild Rose Beauty. I don't understand it. And I see the frustration on her husband's face, and I'm so here with him. Like, I can't. So she's working on her beauty line, like I said, the Iris and Bow. She's rebranding. Okay, she says she spent her family entire savings. You have to be out your mother mind. Now that you're on the platform of Real Housewives and Bravo, why not take your Wild Rose Beauty, walk around in Sephora, okay? Find some products that you like. See if you can get a connection with somebody within one of those companies and see if they could partner. You know, like become an investor in your brand, Wild Rose Beauty, and like partner with you or something. You know what I'm saying? So you can get that stuff up and off the ground. And if you can't get it in retailers ASAP, then maybe it could just be an online product right now, but you're being pushed by another brand. Okay. Yeah, I just don't understand it. It's giving me dumb. It's giving me dumb, and you really don't know what the hell you doing. Talking about she applied for $1 million credit, and she gonna need her husband to co-sign, because if it don't go through, they may have to settle for a $250,000 type of deal or whatever she was talking about. Girl, what? And you done already spent your family entire savings, talking about how she spent upwards to like hundreds of thousands of dollars. Girl, I would have tossed her out. And you gonna sit up here, and then it's the gag for me that you done apply for this $1 million credit, and it seems like you didn't even consult with your husband. Girl, no ma'am. And then how long has this business been out and it has not picked up, got off the ground, or done anything? Girl, I can't. Whitney is about to leave him. Girl, he about to leave her. She's formulating from scratch, which is expensive and requires licensing. I could see that. But let me know your thoughts, Mary, now. With her needing to, start from the bottom and require licensing, I feel like she could have got a, what you call them things? It's like a sample prototype. Is that what I'm trying to say? The prototype, like she could have gotten some type of product created, formula, all of this stuff, and likely poured that money into a good PR team and whoever else, the people that's going to be able to go into the the boardrooms, shall I say, and be able to advocate on her behalf. Like, she could have poured that money into them to get them to partner into her brand, right? And maybe show some of her sales from the previous company, which is Iris and Bo. If she didn't do it at that time, maybe she could start it with Wild Rose. But initially, to start, Iris and Bo would not have come into play. So still, she could have created some prototypes, had somebody go in there and advocate on her behalf and become a partner with them. Because I just feel like when I go into these stores, Walmart, Sephora, Target, I see so many brands that I'm not familiar with, have yet to see a commercial for, don't know about them. Okay, had somebody now walked over and recommended it, like when you go in Ulta or something like that, right? I just feel like if these people can get on the shelves and you have a platform and exposed to millions of people, girl, you should have spent that money on getting somebody to advocate for your company and getting you a partnership and let them spend some of that money. Somebody said, Mary says, but manufacturing companies make money off of volume. You have to agree to produce a certain quantity for the manufacturers to work with you. That is true. That is true. And then I think when that happens, they also have to see whether or not you're able to like turn a profit or whatnot. So after doing that, Mary, she should go to the drawing board. And since Iris and Bo has been around for some time, I think that she should do it with Wild Rose Beauty. Now, I think she should find a team that's going to go and find her a partner, especially with her going into her second season on the show, and her following and her exposure, her free promotion, okay, is going up. My thoughts, though, that's what I think. But great points, Mary. I'm glad you dropped that down in the chat. She could partner with Amazon. She probably could. She could sell it on Amazon. She could partner. She could figure out something with them. And I feel like if she didn't partner with the already made skincare line, maybe she could connect with Target. You know, Target seemed like they always taking on like fresh new products. Okay. I don't know how long she's been in business, but they may give her like a trial in their store for a little bit and see how that works. You know, because I feel like Karen has gotten some stuff in Target, right? Karen from Potomac, or was that Gizelle? I think she had every hue, but girl, that's her fault that it flopped. Anyway, so that 100K is really nothing. That's what Carol's daughter had to do to go mainstream. So Carol's daughter only spent like 100K before they were able to get in like Target and Walmart. Oh, they needed those investors. I feel like Whitney needed too. She need these investors, girl. This lady spending all this money, and she done spent more than what Carol's daughter done spent to get in stores. When Jeannie said, "Where's the product?" Fire that bitch, I died. You know what? Jeannie was wrong for that, girl. And I was like, Jeannie, just wait for the vision to come to life. Like, we don't know what the photo shoot is really gonna look like. Like, just let the vision come to life. Give it a second. But I ain't gonna lie. I can respect Jeannie's initial thought when she walked into it. Like, girl, what the hell is this? What is going on? What is all of this? Question: how do you feel about Meredith standing beside Mary? The same way I feel about Heather standing beside Jen. Out here looking foolish, just hanging on, you know, wanting to be that friend. Like when nobody else had your back, girl, I had your back. But I feel like Mary's gonna flip on her anyway, because that's what Mary do. Mary don't, girl. Mary is weird. She's weird. All those Real Housewives of Salt Lake City checks will be reimbursement for all the savings she drained. True. I can see. I was wondering what she get paid. She probably gonna get all of that back. She will not be able to buy a toothbrush until that family account was back to normal. Not a toothbrush, honey. She better find a little dollar somewhere and go to Dollar Tree. Get her a little toothbrush. Honestly, the government needs to ban all MLMs. It's always a scheme set up by Todd. What's MLMs? Am I missing it? MLMs. Let me know, because it's not coming to me. It's not clicking, Steven. It's not clicking right now. So let me know what that means. It's going over my head. Okay. All right. So Mary over there at her house, she's trying to get her house in order, trying to get things organized. That lady looked like, woo, this is a whole lot. She's that lady seemed like she was already defeated when she looked at everything in Mary's house. Mary talking about all the stuff that she got. She ain't get it from robbing nobody or stealing from nobody. I'm like, girl, I don't care what nobody say, girl. You're a pastor. Okay, so y'all getting some money from some folks and y'all asking on multiple bases, okay? Multi-level marketing, got you. Okay, got you. Multi-level management, I think, multi-level marketing. They probably go hand in hand. Oh, marketing, multi-level marketing. Okay. Jenny is coming in guns blazing. She is shady about everyone in her confessional. I think she's a mean girl. She's probably a mean girl for sure. My thing is she coming in guns blazing for everybody, but she don't got that energy for her good friend Lisa. I haven't seen it yet, but of course Lisa is her quote unquote best friend and brought her to the show. They're gonna flip at some point. I'm looking forward to that happening. Pyramid scheme. Yeah. Okay. The companies where you sell to people and recruit. Okay. Meredith and Lisa. So Lisa wants to tell her about Jen reaching out and how she isn't ready to talk with her, right? Meredith is like, I don't know what the hell you telling. Meredith like, I don't know what the hell you telling me for. Okay, because when she was disrespectful to me, you're the one who wanted to continue a friendship. So don't be running over here now trying to have a conversation with me about how you don't want to talk to her or whatever because of the stuff she got going on. Girl, missed me with all of that. Meredith asked, did your view of Jen shift after the night that you pretty much yelled at her? Is that when your view of her changed? Lisa says that she felt like the relationship was one-sided and she felt manipulated. But you sat your cornflakes up there trying to force a friendship of Jen onto Meredith. And then now you want to sit up here and say that you felt like the friendship was one-sided? Okay, so then Lisa then brings up Whitney and how she was disappointed in her and felt like she was spearheading the BS. Okay, Meredith tells her that what bothered her the most was the fact that no one allowed Mary to speak up for herself. And this happens often in this group. And Lisa says, well, you can put that off on Heather and Whitney because that ain't got nothing to do with me. That's on Heather and Whitney. You can focus on them. You can yell at them. You can holler, like, go over there with that, right? Meredith says, no, it's everybody's fault because we do this often in the group. So Lisa says she disagrees and says someone has to have her back because it's upsetting to me. I hate when Lisa says it's upsetting to me. And the reason why it bothers me so much is because she never considers other people's upsetness in situations. You know what I'm saying? It's always, it upset me. It hurt. I hate when she does that. I hate it so much. I hate when she do it. Meredith is confused about her being upset and says that I've stood up for you plenty of times. So for you to sit up here and try and say that nobody's having your back, that definitely offends me. And Lisa was like, well, you shouldn't be offended or whatever. Lisa, girl, you didn't even have Meredith's back when it came down to Jen. But now you want somebody to have your back? No, ma'am. Okay, you didn't even want to listen to your friend about her issues with this woman. But now you want this woman to sit up here and listen to you about your issues with her. Girl, I am so Meredith in this moment. Like, girl, I hear you, but I ain't really listening for real because I already told y'all all of this. Nobody wanted to hear me. And now you're trying to come to terms with it. Like, I don't care. Been there, done that. What else is going on? I knew she was a fraud. Tried to warn y'all. At some point, y'all gonna listen to me. I am Meredith like all day long. I was definitely here for her. It's upsetting me and my homegirls. Look, I had to. Hilarious. It's upsetting me and my homegirls. It is. When asked about Mary's business, Mary told the ladies that it's none of their business. Yikes. Her fake crying with not a damn tear in sight and her voice going high pitch like a dog whistle. I can't. Lisa doesn't know how to take accountability for what she does. She does not. Bravo is going to keep Lisa because she's the drama queen, brings the mess like Gizelle. I can't stand her, though. I said the exact same thing, Ramel. I said the exact same thing. Like her checks, like I know she may not like being the person that people don't like, but that's the reason her checks are getting secured. For sure. She will definitely be back next season. I agree. Lisa never takes accountability. The issue was the blame being put on Whitney when they all talked about Mary. And I don't care what nobody say. I truly feel like Lisa had an agenda to why she brought Cameron to that event. All the people at your event, why was the camera put on Cameron, and why did Cameron have a mic on to even have a conversation with Meredith? So I don't believe none of that about Lisa saying he was invited to my son's event or he was invited to this or that because he's on the board for X, Y, and Z. Girl, no, you knew what you were doing. Just like when you invited Whitney out for dinner, her and her husband, or y'all made dates or plans or whatever, and then randomly the owners come to the table and just all of a sudden start talking about one of y'all friends. Like, that don't even add up. Lisa know what she be doing. She is just so full of it. So full of it. I get not being friends with Jen, but to refuse to film with her, and in my opinion, is childish. Like, pull a Kenya and Portia and keep it cute. I can see that too, Maxwell, and she's gonna be forced to film with her. And it's like, it seems like, Meredith, are you trying to ice Jen out, or are you gonna end up icing yourself out? Because they're gonna film with her because her storyline is probably because Jen's storyline is the strongest storyline of the season. So she's definitely going to be in the groups because we need to know what's going on. So are you going to technically ice yourself out? So, yeah, I think when we see her next week meet with Jen, we're going to also see her in the coming episodes meet with her again. But I don't know, because it looked like she's going to end up blowing up on Jen yet again. I don't understand how her husband can deal with her. And Lisa is very calculated and loves to start SHI and hide her hand. She does. Every time. She definitely set that up. She be pulling strings. She know what she be doing. And I loved how Whitney called her out for her stuff. Like, definitely called her out. Like, no, you're not going to sit up here and try and play me, dear heart. Let's see. When asked about Meredith, I think I read that one. I don't know how Meredith get her money. Lisa doesn't have any mirrors in her house. That's why she feels it's always a me party, child. I think Cameron was really invited. He just didn't know it was to drop some mess. She set that man up. Right. I think he was, like, definitely invited, but invited to be a part of the mess. Because I'm like, he done came to this event and got mic'd up to go over here and have a conversation with Meredith. The awkwardness. She over there talking to Meredith and he just walk up trying to say, hey, all right, it was good to be. Like, what is that? And then Lisa like, okay, give me a second. I'll be right back. And you leaving them too? Like, you knew what you was doing. You knew what you was doing, girl. I can't. Let's get to Jen and this husband of hers, honey. Let's talk about that. I can understand why people might not want to film with her or somebody like her. But all she got to do is ignore her. True. Just sit there quietly. Just listen, take in the information. Just be there to be in the know. But you ain't got to interact with her at all. Jen and her husband, she tells him about her friends not answering her. Heather answered despite what they've been through, but Lisa did not answer. So, of course, Jen is hurt about this, and she's adamant about being innocent. I'm innocent. I didn't do this. I tell you, no, I didn't. I'm just so, oh my God. Her husband didn't seem too convinced. Did y'all notice that? I feel like her husband gave her the same look that Heather was giving her. Like, not knowing what to believe because they don't know how to take you. And now it makes more sense why Heather had the look that she had, because when Jen has done stuff to her and they had that sit down earlier this season, Jen was like, what about you hurt my kids too? Like, not acknowledging things that she did. So it makes sense why Heather was just sitting there looking like, oh, okay, girl. Same thing with her husband, and he been with her longer. Okay, known her longer than anybody up there. So it seems like he was taking what she was saying with a grain of salt. Her husband, no, she says that she didn't do anything and this is a burden. At least that's how it feels. I bet you it do feel when you bust out talking about their retainer is 1.5 million. I said, bitch, oh, girl, what the fuck? And I feel like they really doing this to you with 1.5 million because you are now in the public, girl. But I feel like had this been somebody that was like regular, it probably would have been a little change, honey. it probably would have been 150K or 15,000 or 1,500. Probably 15,000. I don't think no lawyer retainer gonna be no 1,500. So at least 15,000 for a regular person. Girl, they told you it's 1.5. So I'm like, what all come with this 1.5? Do I get a publicist? Do I get somebody that's gonna go out there and speak on my behalf, reshape my image and how I appear to the public and on social media, girl? Like, what all come with this 1.5 million? Who all am I hiring? Girl, you mean this whole 1.5 going to just you as the attorney? Are you going to be able to handle this workload, honey? Girl, if I'm paying 1.5 million, I'm going to need more than 1.5 attorneys. Like, you're going to need to give me about a good 15. For sure, if I'm paying this money out, honey. I'm going to need a whole firm. They need to be called Jen Shah and Associates or Jen Shah Firm or something. If you think you're going to get 1.5 million from me. I understand this is a federal case, but baby, what am I getting for this money? Do you know what I could do with this? Do you know how many more people I could go on to scam, honey, girl? And that's the gag for me, because this is how she was going about getting her money, y'all. So for you to be arrested, and they probably have seized a lot of stuff, shut down a lot of stuff, where is your money? Okay? Where is your scooter? Where is your scooter so you can get to the money? Because I feel like everything is dried up. So where are you going to find this 1.5 million? And that's why she started to go off about his family not being there for her. We've done so much for the family. I was there for them. You know, I haven't heard from anybody. We've helped them over the years. Basically what she said when she hasn't heard from anybody, she hasn't heard anybody coming forward talk about, hey, Jen, I got this for you. I'm like, girl, if I needed your help as a family member and you done got this charge on you and you got to pay the attorney 1.5 million, girl, the only thing I can give you is $100. Like, that's probably all that I can do. It's not gonna go far, but if I call you like, girl, I'm so sorry this has happened, what can I do, girl? You need 1.5. Well, you know, I ain't got that and probably not going to qualify for that because I'm not no damn white Whitney Rose, okay? I'm not going to be able to just go out here and apply for like $1 million anything. But what I can do is send you these $100. Now, do you want a PayPal, Cash App? Do you want me to Western Union it, okay? How would you like to receive these funds, girl? Because that's about all I can do, and I could probably buy you a lottery ticket hoping that it's going to hit at least $1 million. Girl, because that's all I can afford to do for you. Okay, if you've been helping me all these damn years, girl, I'm like, So what did you expect the family to do? What was they supposed to do when they called? Just because the only thing they probably could really offer you, in all honesty, is, I hate to say it, but they condolences. Like, that's their condolences, their sympathy. Like, girl, I'm so sorry this has happened, but call me and keep me posted, okay? I hope y'all do. I'm gonna be checking on you. Like, girl, that's all they can do is offer you a little bit of words of encouragement, and they probably can give you 1.5 million of them words because they can't give your ass no dollars, okay? Did you need a GoFundMe? Like, that's what I'm like. It's not adding up, girl. You better get out here and fish fry. Since you sit up here and you want to be black so bad, fish fry in Salt Lake City, girl. Get it started, ma'am. Get it started. Okay, so you can pay off this retainer. Let me tell y'all what she really need to do. She need to call Tyreek over there on Power. Because if anybody's gonna come up with some money over there, it's gonna be Tyreek over there on Power, honey. The way he be giving Method Man, because I can't think of his character. The way he be giving this money out. Okay, she need to go over there and call Tyreek, because Tyreek probably had the coins for girl. Tyreek could have helped you, bitch, because the family came. I'm sorry. What else she going to say? She tells her husband that her husband tells her that he understands her pain, you know, and then she says that she's scared, she's afraid. Like, what if she doesn't even make it to her son's graduation? Then she says he lets her know. She says that, you know, I haven't heard from anybody. Nobody's reached out to me. He says that's because you don't have your phone, which to me means that they must have seized her phone. They probably got her phone and she had to go and get a new one. Because at first I'm like, why would you cut your phone off, girl? Can't nobody talk to you. So either she cut that phone off, and if you did on your own, then you can't be mad that people can't reach out to you or get to you, okay? But on the flip side, if they took your phone, that's another, you also can't be mad about that either, because you still don't have your damn phone. All right, so there's that. What else? What else did she say? Her husband ended up getting stern with her because she says, I feel like I'm doing this by myself. He said, what the hell? What you mean? And see, that's always Jen's go-to. When life is not going how she wants it to go, she starts to misplace blame. I feel like last year when she was falling out with her friends weren't getting closer to her. She started to complain about her husband and saying that he left her alone and you're not here for me. And you know what I'm saying? Instead of looking at herself, looking inward and seeing the BS she got going on, right? She'd rather put it off on other people. So, yeah, so her husband gets stern and lets her know that, I'm here for you. I got your back. My family loves you. My whole family, brother, sister, everybody, we love you. Okay. And he also tells her that he's not going to leave her. That's something else he lets her know. And I'm like, girl, okay. She's so glad. Why wasn't it a burner phone? Good night. Remember, she said she has a new number. She did. She said she had a new number, but I'm wondering, did that new number come because she cut off that old phone or because they took that phone? Oh, her phone was hot. They definitely had that ish tap. I had to throw that phone in whatever body of water Utah has, Shah. Loving the natural hair. Oh, thank you so much. Y'all know she don't know how to fish fry. She better put her husband out there. Okay, she better get them black relatives that he got to get out there and do a fish fry. Everybody need to do one in their neighborhood so that she can get these coins up, honey. Child, fish fry isn't culture. Child, fish fry isn't culture Muslim. She better sell some bean pie. She better do something, honey. She better get with Mary in the church. She better go over there and befriend Mary in that church so she can get a coin. Not call Tyrone. She need all the help she can get. Girl, right, Carla. It's the comments. Girl, they cutting up in these comments, ain't it? So let's get to Whitney. Whitney says that she's worried about the friendships with Lisa and Mary. She said she wasn't okay with the situation regarding Cameron and Mary. And she also opened up and admitted that she actually talked to Cameron for 3 hours. Now, this is where I slick had a little issue with Whitney, because I understand that Mary be treating you how she treats you. But girl, why are you over here trying to take this lady down with the church? Like, why is you over here? Because I don't think Mary was trying to do anything like vindictive to take down your company or do anything like that. So why would you want to do this to Mary? If anything, she just embarrassed you. And for some reason, you can't seem to hold your own when it comes to Mary. Mary couldn't talk to me the way that she talks to you and get away with it. I've been a fired Mary up because I don't understand what Mary has that makes you want to be her friend so bad. You know what I'm saying? Or be mindful or careful about how you come at her when Mary don't care about how she come at you. But to want to take her whole company down, that's going to happen anyway. You don't have to be a part of that, or not her company, but her church child, whatever she got going on. But anyway, she says that the details that Mary, that she heard about Mary from Cameron, it's not good. Okay. It's a bad thing. She also goes on to say that she doesn't want to take Mary on alone and she wants Lisa to handle this. So she going to go back and speak directly to Lisa. And Miss Jeannie is over there encouraging her to do so. She like, yes, girl, go talk to her. Go have that conversation so it ain't no confusion, right? And then she also said she wants everyone to confront Mary with her. And I just don't see that happening. I don't see everybody confronting Mary with you. Because she said something like, I need Meredith to speak up. I need Lisa to speak up. I'm like, girl, they wasn't even trying to speak up at the house when y'all was there. So what makes you think they're going to speak up at a later time? They're not. And you got to understand where you and Lisa are. Lisa not finna do anything with you because she's going to feel like if she do, it's going to backfire on her. So she not finna do that. To me, I just felt like Whitney made no sense when she talked about walking away from a friendship. Like, if I walk away from a friendship, then I need to know facts. Well, Whitney, the way you went and searched for these details, it seems like there are enough facts for you. So what do you mean you need to know facts in order to walk away? If you don't want to be friends with her, just stop being friends with her. Like, that makes absolutely no sense. And you can stop being friends with her. Like, you have permission to do that because of how she's treated you. You ain't got to be this lady friend. Like, I don't understand that. And y'all know I like Whitney, but that wasn't making sense. Mary ain't Whitney's friend. Now, all the white women coming after Mary. What Mary really do? Why y'all so afraid? That's what I'm wondering. Girl, y'all, I think they afraid of karma hitting them or the good Lord coming striking them. It makes me feel like y'all feel like Mary is more God than her damn church believes she's God. Okay, that's what I'm getting from it. Because Mary said, if Jen, you know, when Jen got arrested, like that's what happens when you come after me, God comes after you, or something like that, she said. And then shortly after that, we see where Cameron did all this talking, not in a positive light about Mary. And then shortly after that, Cameron passed away. So I'm wondering, you know, like a few months, not that short, but, you know, like a little while later, he ended up passing away. So I also wonder if she probably looks at it like, yeah, Cameron was out here saying things about me and God striked him down. Like, I wonder what she's saying about that. And that could be something that may have the lady spooked. Now, at this time, Cameron was not, he was alive at this time. So they probably looking at it just from the Jen perspective, right? Like, well, shoot, I don't want to, you know, get too involved in that, because what's happening to Jen may turn around and spin around and happen with me, you know? I don't know what they got going on in their head. It would be funny if Lisa told Cameron what to say against Mary just to make her look bad. I don't know. I don't know if that's what was said. I think what Cameron said, he was right, because he was actually in the church. That's what I think. Whitney can't stand on her own 2 feet and needs backup, and that's what I don't like. I don't like that. Not against Mary. Like, come on now. Whitney needs to go after the Mormon church. Since her moral compass is so strong, yikes. The snitching about to go down. The Fed should just camp out. Mary church funds the Black Men Love Spa. What? I mean, it do seem like they probably gonna be going after Mary next. Mary just might be next. Just like with the Jen Shah thing, they may turn around and start investigating Mary. But that's so interesting to me about Meredith going to bat for Mary, right? You didn't like Jen Shah. You knew something was going on with Jen. So you decided to get an investigator. So Meredith, now everybody is coming to you with these stories and things about Mary. Why be on her team so much and not go and get you an investigator as well to find out what's going on with Mary? I don't know. Something off. I don't know. Something's off. I don't know. That church been a cult before Mary took over. They were praying to G-Ma. Oh, child was praying to the grandma. Oh, help me. Oh. Whitney is doing what she accused Lisa of doing last season, stirring up mess. Yet again, that is messy. I have to say, but you know what? I have to give you a point there when you say that, because I know I do call Lisa out for doing stuff, but not wanting to be the front runner in the BS, wanting it to be somebody else that ends up catching the heat over her. And that does sound like that's something Whitney is doing. Right? She wants to know stuff, but she wants Lisa to be the person to lead the conversation, since this is Lisa's friend and she brought Cameron into the picture, right? But I just feel like it ain't even got to be that deep. But okay. Not a punk ass BIT. Not a punk ass BIT. Mary is a whole scammer, but church scamming is illegal. Ain't it legal, child? True, but Meredith seems to genuinely like Mary. If that changes, she will do the same. You probably definitely have a point there. But I want to know why she genuinely likes her so much. Like, what is that about? Meredith said Mary didn't talk about her and her marriage, and Mary and Brooks have bonded. Good point. That's why she likes Mary. Because if she ain't got no other friend in the group, she probably feels like she has a friend in Mary because of that. And they probably made like a pact or something that she wouldn't come at Mary. If anything, she'll have her back. I don't know if Mary and her husband own several businesses, but I did hear allegedly that Mary's company owns like her church owns a mortgage company or something like that, is what the people have been saying. And they said that she gets people to get mortgages through her church, which is probably what the Cameron situation was. He mortgaged his home probably through the church and gave Mary 300 and some thousand. So that's the rumor. But y'all, I'm about to go ahead and hop off because I need to switch over and get ready to do Love and Hip Hop Family Reunion. So you guys are welcome to join me over there on that live. So thank y'all so much for joining me. Don't forget to hit the like button on your way out. Great conversation. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.